Good morning, St. John's, and welcome to our instructional video for what to expect when you come to worship on Sunday morning. For the purposes of this video, I am going to remove my mask, but we wanted to let you know that masks are required and are expected when you do arrive on Sundays. First question you might have is, how do we enter our glorious worship space when you arrive on Sunday? There are two doors that we are maintaining for entering and exiting. The first is right here at these beautiful big glass doors right outside the Atrium on West Chestnut Street. Now, I know that 632 of you have keys to the other 515 doors that exist on our campus. We are asking you, please only enter and only exit these two doors. We are trying to follow CDC guidelines, diocesan guidelines and recommendations, and this is a way of keeping us all safe as we gather. So door number one, the new Atrium glass doors on West Chestnut.
And this is the second entrance, right off the parking lot on Mulberry Street through the glass doors.
When you arrive at these two entrances, you will be greeted by friendly faces of our ushers. Now, because they will be wearing masks, you may not recognize them, and guaranteed they may not recognize you. So please introduce yourself, say your name, greet one another. We ask that there's no physical contact or shaking of hands, high fives, or hugs. We need to maintain social distancing. In regards to social distancing, you might find that you are not the only person entering our space on Sunday morning. Please make sure to follow the markings on the sidewalk and stay away from the person in front of you by at least 6 feet so that we can maintain safety and keep everyone healthy and well for worship. Friends, welcome to the Atrium. You have made it one step closer to worship here at St. John's. A few things about this part of entryway. We need to be very cautious not to congregate in the atrium. I know it's going to be very exciting to see people you haven't seen for a very long time. But ushers will be waiting here ready to seat you. You see behind me there is hand sanitizer for your use when you enter the church. For those of you who forgot your mask at home or in your car, we will have masks available for you. And again, masks are required during the entire worship service time. Very important part here. I need you to hear this. During a global pandemic, all pews are created equal. Now I know that you have your favorite seat that you have been sitting in for 4 generations. I understand that. I too have my favorite seat. But we have pews specifically marked in order to maintain the social distancing and for our cleaning teams to make sure everything is sanitized. So the ushers will be seating you from the front to the back. And I beg of you to just heed their instructions that we are doing this out of concern for you and for your safety. In addition to being seated in your pew, you will find a bulletin waiting for you. We will be using single-use bulletins that will be in your pew once you arrive. Families, of course, may sit together. But again, follow the instructions of the ushers. Also, if you have special needs for coming into this worship space, let an usher know, and we have space available for all of your needs here prepared.
Congratulations, you've made it this far. Now, the first and most important thing that I want to say at this point is please continue to wear your masks throughout the duration of the service and until you leave the building. Now, while you are sitting and participating in the service, we encourage you to speak the responses as we usually do, to sit, to stand, to kneel, whatever other appropriate actions take place during the service like we normally do. However, we ask that you do not sing. But if the Spirit so compels you to do some type of vocalization during a hymn, we invite you and encourage you to hum along, maybe even speak the words, but please again, do not sing while you're sitting. Other things that you can do, and that we especially ask you to do, is please laugh at the preacher's jokes. We have missed hearing you all. We have missed that reassurance of knowing when our jokes land well. So please, even if you have to fake it, laugh at the preacher's jokes. Otherwise, during the service, especially at the passing of the peace, we ask you to maintain that social distance, but share the peace with one another by doing an air high five, an air elbow bump, an air hug, a peace sign, even if it's an awkward wave because we can't see you smile at each other under your masks. In some way, engage each other from a distance.
Now that the service has come to an end, we ask that you please wait for an usher to dismiss your pew. Ushers will be dismissing pews from the back to the front. In addition, if you did not have a chance to drop off your offering as you arrived, please feel free to do so as you exit. The offertory plates will be here on this table. Allow me to say thank you. Thank you for your generous contributions week after week, month after month. Ministry and mission is alive and well here at St. John's because of your participation and because of your contributions. Also, our single-use bulletins can be disposed of at the back of the church. Just follow the signs. Please remember to continue wearing your masks as you leave, and know that there will be no receiving line or coffee hour. However, the clergy will be outside following the service to see you and to say hi if you would like to speak to either of the clergy. In addition, the mask, if you were not wearing one when you came and you received one from the church, it is yours. Please take it home. Feel free to wash it, wear it in the grocery store, when you're out walking, and when you come back to church next Sunday.
Thanks for sticking with us this far. Now, inevitably, there's some things that we just haven't covered, that haven't come to mind, or that we're just not aware of because we've never been in this situation before. But Amanda, before we sign off, is there anything you want to make sure folks at home know or hear from us?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about expectations as we return. And if this year has taught me anything, it's to expect the unexpected. For example, you may find yourselves being moved by the sound of the organ or the mere sight of a friend you haven't seen in 4 months. A prayer might catch you off guard. You might not be expecting it to be warm and a little stuffy, sitting behind a mask for an hour with the windows open in the church for the air to circulate. I think of who we might miss, who's not sitting in the pews with us on Sunday morning, that we're thinking about and that our hearts are drawn to. There are a lot of expectations for our reentry and how we do this. I expect that there are going to be a number of hiccups. We'll get some things right, and we will fall on our face on some other things. So I expect grace to be abundant and love to be surrounding us on every side as we navigate this new season. Do you have any expectations or things that you're thinking of?
No, I just want to reiterate that we really value your presence with us. We really appreciate the prayers, the thoughts, and the feedback that you all have given us. We look forward to seeing you when the time is right for you.
Yes. I would ask for 2 things. I would ask that if and when you arrive back to worship here at St. John's, that you would bring 2 things with you: a mask and an open heart. Open for the Spirit to move however she wants to move. Open to the worship experience that we are discerning and planning. And just open to each other, to love in ways that you never knew possible. So, with that being said, here ends your instructional video for how to re-enter church in July of 2020. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.